Welcome back to another episode with Mom and Papa Joe's. I am going to be experimenting and playing around with making my own head cheese. Let's get started. We've got about 2.5 pounds each of some beautiful pork belly. We've got some nice hocks, nice bone that's going to give us that collagen that we're looking for, man. I'm just going to cut these two pieces of belly into maybe 1-inch chunks. When we put the cure on them, this is going to allow them to cure a little faster. This is going to be a 3-day cure. So what we've got here, a couple of bay leaves, 3 tablespoons of kosher salt, 1 tablespoon of 16 mesh, cracked black pepper, 2 teaspoons of red chili flakes, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, 2 teaspoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme, and 2 teaspoons prog powder, prog salt number 1, curing salt. We want to make sure we get this over every single inch of these pieces of meat. Give them a nice stir. We're going to get these in a bag, sealed up, and we're going to put them in the fridge for a 3-day cure. All right, so we're back. It's been roughly 3.5 days, man. They look freshly brightened. So what we're going to do now is start this entire process of getting these things cooked, the veggies and everything, to create that rich, beautiful stock that will then turn into a consommé. We're going to wrap that meat up, especially the bony pieces, in some cheesecloth. That's going to make it so much easier to fish out when that time comes. These hocks I'm going to drop directly into a pot that I have on the stove. We're going to do the same thing with our veggies. 1.5 medium yellow onion, 1.5 large carrots, rough chop, 4 stalks of celery, rough chop, roughly 3 tablespoons of rough chopped parsley, 1.5 tablespoons of fresh black pepper, 1.5 tablespoons of fresh thyme, about 3/4 of a whole bulb of garlic, and then 1 medium tomato. We're going to wrap tightly. So our hocks are in the pot. Here comes our veggies, and then about 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Guys, we're going to bring this to a boil, turn it down to a simmer, and let it cook for 2.5 to 3 hours until I'm certain that everything in there is fall off the bone. I'm going to make a quick pickled onions and peppers. 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1/4 cup of white vinegar, and a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. This is going to provide some great color and some additional texture. We want to make sure we give this a nice good stir. So we'll probably give this maybe 3 hours or so. So we've hit that 3-hour mark. Feels nice and tender. So we're going to turn this off, pull these veggies and this meat out, and strain the stock. The bones have given us all the collagen and everything else we need. We're hanging on to that meat and that fat. We're going to come back with our veggies. And what we want to do is just make sure we give our veggies rough chop into some smaller pieces. Let's get this stock strained. I've got my chinois. Get this stock strained, see how much of it we've got left. All right, we've got just a little over 3 quarts. And by the time I skim this fat off of the top, I will be right at 3 quarts. So I think that's a great amount. In this pan, I've got 3 egg whites. Just beating them just a little bit. For every quart of stock that you're looking to clarify, you want 1 egg white. So I've got 3 quarts of stock left, good clean stock. So I've got 3 egg whites. I'm going to come back now with my finely minced veggies. I'm going to mix that in. This is an interesting process right here. The egg whites have become a part of the veggies now. So I've got a bowl of the pretty warm stock, and I'm just going to be adding just enough to warm this up. That way when I add it to my pots, it doesn't cook. So I just turned the fire back on. I'm going to add my tempered mixture directly into that stock. The idea behind this is that the veggies coated with those egg whites are going to float to the top and create what is called a raft. And that raft is then going to be used to strain the rest of the liquid and really clarify it. It will take 15, 20 minutes to a half an hour or so. So here we are, and my raft is starting to form. And man, it's right around 15 to 20 minutes or so. I didn't time it, but I'm going to stop stirring. Our stock is simmering, man. We've got a nice raft form. So now the plan is to just create a bit of an opening right here in the center. And we're going to start taking this stock and pour it over the sides. And those sides are going to act sort of like a sieve, a strainer. So we're going to be a little gentle and just continue to work this around. So now I've got a ladle, and I'm going to begin to just gently remove my clarified stock and strain it one last time. Wrap is breaking up a bit, but man, that stock looks good and clear. Beautiful consommé, nice and clear. I can see crystal clear. I can see the bottom of the pan. Before I check for salt or anything, the first thing I want to do is to see how jellified my stock is. So I'm just going to take a little out, put it in the fridge for about 20 or so minutes, then check it. If that gel is still pretty soft, then I'm going to reduce this a little bit. If it's firm to the point where I want it, then we're going to continue forward. Okay, so it's been about a half an hour, man, and I'm pretty happy with how this is set up. Pretty firm. So I think we're going to move forward with our mold. So here's that meat that is cooled down. A little red pepper flakes, some fresh parsley for some nice color. And we're going to come back with some of that pickled bell pepper and onions that we made earlier. I actually added 2 more tablespoons of white vinegar because I thought it was too sweet. So I do this again. I am only going to use 2 tablespoons of maple syrup as opposed to 4. I want some of this vinegar in there, man. It's going to cut the richness of this pork. It's got a nice hint of sweet. And I don't know how much these loaf pans are going to hold in terms of meat, so I will play it by sight. Ladle just to cover the bottom, completely cover the bottom, and put this back in the fridge so that it sets up. That way when I add my meats aren't going to be on top. They're going to be 1/8 of an inch, 3/8 of an inch below the first layer of jet. That little 1/8 of an inch that I put in there set. We've got this beautiful, tender, colorful meat. Let's drop some in, and we're not going to be packing or anything. We'll put a layer in, come back with some of this good consommé. All right, we'll come back with another layer. And we've got some meat left over. What the heck? We will see what this looks like in the morning. So these 2 molds, of course, I had the saran wrap in them. That should make things easier to remove in the morning. This one, we'll find out if this was a mistake not putting saran wrap in there. But I think we'll be good. All right, folks, here's the moment of truth, man. We've given these molds an overnight to set up in the fridge. I've taken a spatula and just loosened around the edges. But this looks really, really cool. Let's go right down the middle and see what we've got, man. That looks pretty good. A thin slice. You can eat it on bread. You can eat it on crackers. We let Mama go first. I want to taste the piece without crackers or anything. Man, that's absolutely delicious.
Mm.
Oh man, it's got nice heat, a little bit of that zing out from the vinegar. There's a nice crunch from the bell pepper and onions, pickles.
Delicious.
Man, delicious. I'm not going to cut into these just yet, but I just want to show how easy it's going to be to pull, remove from the mold. Man, set up nicely. So if you wanted to flip upside down, that is awesome. And that was the purpose of putting that first layer in the bottom, to have this kind of look for presentation. Pretty cool. Well, thank you guys once again for hanging out with Mom and Papa Joe. You guys take care of yourselves, and we'll see you when we see you.